probably may agree, and if you don't agree, let's see. I find that generally one is crowded. Do you hear?
Yes.
One is crowded by ghosts. And in my language, ghost means obsessions, desires, ambition, beliefs. Or even attachment to experiences of a certain kind. They are ghosts because they occupy your mind or heart, and in the end you are not comfortable with that, not to say more than that. So we know it, less we are crowded, better one feels. Isn't it? But there's a few ghosts which are so clever that they don't look like ghosts. They look like the real thing. So the worldly ghost, let's say, it will be quickly said, oh yes, I know. Maybe not that much, but yeah, worldly ghost, we can understand what it is. And if we go into this journey of knowing oneself, of freedom, whatever it means, but it means something else than what we experience so far, we replay, or we give up a few known ghosts, and we replace them by high ghosts of higher qualities. And it's all right, there is no way out, we pass through that. But at some point, if really the wish is to, after all, be freed to believe in anything, I would say that even those fingers who helped tremendously, who saved one's life, they become also ghosts. Because there is a kind of tyranny of the icons. We have to do as I think I hear. Otherwise, we are not up to the icon, the examples. And so the heart is still crowded. So at some point, and it cannot be a choice probably, but at some point someone will hear, fuck the ghost. Let it be of any kind. And that is real freedom, to be on one's own. To be able not to compare or not to have references. So good luck, have a good time. And think of this, investigate. The dialogue is open.
Ganga,
Yeah.
when I say fuck the ghost is already there.
But otherwise we don't say fuck.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then what does it mean what you say?
How can I be one step ahead of the ghost? Or the ghost is not even to go that. You see, the moment fuck the ghost is there. But the ghost has apparently.
If you say fuck the ghost is not there.
Why
The
would
ghost is there That's why you say fuck.
Yeah.
But once you say fuck, if you are authentic, then what? Fuck and both go, no? In my case, it's like this that I experience. But of course, if you take it as an information and add this to your crowded mind, then it doesn't work. Hmm? It's very different to take a thing as an information or a thing as an action. Huh?
Yeah. I have to try it, you see, because the moment I say fuck the ghost is there. You say the ghost is not there when I say fuck the ghost. I have to try it. Yeah.
You can try now. But it means you take the risk that there is nothing there. Everything is a risk. You risk to change your life, you risk to be free, you risk anything is a risk, isn't it? When you take action.
I don't know that because it sounds like shadow work for me. Because
I don't hear.
The ghosts are often like shadows. Okay, shadow work. They hide in different things that you don't see them.
Whatever, it's my language to make it simple and to
I
so that it's a bit outrageous. I put ghosts. Generally, we say believe or whatever.
Yeah. But when I would say that the fuck you to it, if the emotions are still in the body, even though maybe the breathing is gone.
Fuck the emotions then.
Yes.
It's also a ghost.
Yes.
If you like your emotions, if you like to feel emotions, it's also a tyranny.
Yes. And to stop this tyranny rather than to really say fuck you and mean it, but they will go.
It's my experience.
Yes.
So I wish you the same. Today is the they will come more.
They're coming.
Okay.
No, so the one who has the glimpses is also a ghost, yeah, because it's when I told you I had this very strong dream, and where I was angry on Papaji and saying, you have given me all those glimpses, but what is real? And now when you speak of the ghost, so now I see that the one who has the glimpses is also just a ghost.
Yeah, and so when are we left then saying that?
Free from that idea.
Okay.
Free from that.
But you see, one thing also I would like to say about your saying is, can we live something else than experiences and even glimpses? Can we live something else than glimpses? Now this is a question, But to see that is very good too, because then, of course, something else leaves you. And when you are left with nothing, better you feel, you are at peace. Sure. You are at peace, but hear me, I don't, there is no promise behind that it's permanent. It's just, that. It's with you now. Whatever time it comes and visits you.
Ganga.
Yeah.
I can also relate to that strongly. One of my ghosts makes me take actions, like doing things I would do in the past. And I noticed that it's no longer satisfactory as it was in the past,
Yeah.
but still I cannot leave it. Yeah, I can see why. I mean, people's expectations on me and probably some attachment to previous experiences. But also there is like a guilt, a feeling of guilt to drop it. And also a feeling of maybe emptiness to drop it. And maybe the strongest is like an idea that what is right for my soul, or like the spiritual reason.
Okay, there's so many things. Let's see
Yeah.
what I want. About the guilt, I would say, and it's funny because I wanted to add, but I kept quiet, that it doesn't mean there is no gratitude. But you see, if you are, for example, you have been tremendously helped on this path by a certain shape and name, which generally it is our case of nearly everybody. I'm sorry to repeat, to fuck it off, it doesn't mean there is no gratitude, because that same shape was telling, don't look at the shape. You see, for example, my gratitude is not touched, but it is not towards some. It is, I don't know, I don't even need to describe. So guilt, there is no guilt, it's an invention of the attachment. There is no guilt. Now, next was what? Emptiness. Emptiness, of course. You may fear or be anxious about emptiness, but freedom is in emptiness. And what was the rest? Yeah, the people who demand from you, be freed from that. Be freed. Are you the savior of anybody? Okay. You can still do things, but in a different way, if it is your way of living, of existence, but you don't need to feel I am absolutely needed here. Maybe, but also maybe not.
Yeah, I'm regularly working at that, to not let these people swallow me or whatever. But I'm still in this situation where I don't manage to cut off totally because of not being sure that's the right thing to do. Or is it more correct to manage to find the right distance, which feels correct for me?
You want to help the souls of others so that they have less ghosts. But you see, you have first to help your own soul. And your own soul, to my view, is to be freed from all those things.
I'm on my way.
Right?
Thank you.
Never forget, you see, that you may never convince anybody of what you live. But if there is any time, sometimes a possibility of conviction, you can convince only if you live it yourself. if there is any question or clarity, you ask here, because there will be no other time to ask. Silence is also perfect, I don't mean that, but if you have anything, don't be tyrannized by your shyness or arrogance.
Ganga,
Yeah.
recently I've seen a video on Papaji, where a man was and he spoke Papaji of direct seeing, which means without eyes. And in my case, I've seen some understanding, but I never saw without eyes. So the impression is there, if I have not seen myself without those eyes, I don't know myself and I'm still searching.
Okay. You can have you surely, I think, need to have this experience that I am not there. I is not there. Of course, because that experience, for some reason, give you access to your other aspect of yourself, which is unshaped, unobjectified. Yeah? It's like your background, your beingness, instead of always the becoming. Okay? Of course, here is the question, but who knows that? So in that way, I would say I is always there is no way out. But it doesn't mean that this experience is not very treasurable. For me, it is so treasurable that I wish you have it. And you can experience that if you really follow, I am not this, I'm not what I believe, I see, I experience, I touch, I feel, I believe in, I'm not this. Because what happens when you do that to yourself? What happens? Tell me.
There's a basic fear.
Well, no, I am not the fear too. I'm not the fear. Yeah, no. Don't stop now. I am not the fear. Where are you left? Tell me, we go quick.
Yeah, I know that I have fear.
Huh?
I'm the fear now.
Ah! Because you see, I appears when there is always something hooked at it. It doesn't mean that I is not there. But doesn't mean that I, who is not objectified, is not there. But the rising I only appears if it is hooked at something.
Still the feeling of I.
Yeah. Not sure I'm so clear. Really, it's up to you to ask if I'm not clear after all. Huh?
Impression that must be different than usual. Let's say there's only the feeling of I, which is still alive, and it is split out, but then there is nobody to know it, then I cannot speak of an experience.
But how do you know you have this experience then?
Yeah.
Or do you know there is nobody? So there must be something. Now, I say it's very invaluable to know I can live without always being hooked at something. You see, then you can have moments of breathing, means peace. And that changes your life. It doesn't change the samsara, but it changes your life.
I would say the moments are there sometimes, and they come by themselves. Okay?
Be happy. Why do you are greedy then?
And maybe I come and want to explain that, and I still listen to it.
This is whatever. This is whatever. You are lucky enough, don't you think?
Yes.
Okay. So it's up to you to be greedy or not. Oh là là, merci. Half empty, half full.
Yeah.
We have to speak louder.
Yes.
That was interesting.
I just, when you speak about ghost, or
You
I
have
see
to
that.
speak louder.
I'm sorry. That when you speak about ghosts, I just see how the ghosts. I see how my mind invents all the time, inventing realities
Yes?
in the sense, and
And you are happy in it?
no, because I'm still searching.
To have a better ghost. A God ghost. We save all the ghosts. Yes. You will not find any peace, means no quest anymore in the bubble of ghosts. Means in the mind. You will not find. You have to be able to see, the active mind and the expressive mind. You have to be able to see that still in the mind, but different quality, you are the background of that. After all, I am also beingness. Beingness, it's also an expression, but it's impossible to speak then. So it's a pointing out. I am also what is, I don't know. What is, I cannot know, but I am that too. Do you know that?
I know this.
Then what is the problem? You would like to have a better samsara. I wish, why not? But it will not be under your control anyway. You see, when you have enough of this samsara, have the freedom, of course you may not be aware immediately, but since you know a real refuge in you, just quit a moment. It may come back, okay, but be able to quit. It's enough. What more do you want? And I would like to hear one of you if you want more than that. Because to me, it looks that again a concept is creating, you see. So that's what I said to him jokingly, don't be greedy. If you know that you are also something else, go lucky. Just introduce it a bit more probably in your life. That's all I can say. The ghosts, they will remain, it's a tribe, you know. You can't enter so much there to change their rules and laws.
I'm always, Ganga, I'm always having this doubt, do I really, like, this I alone that you always speak, like, am I
Experiencing it?
am I really going to, am I dropping, and then am I really...
But that doubt makes you not drop. Don't listen to that doubt. The doubt itself prods you. It's a ghost. Don't hook at a doubt and don't hook also at a conviction. Just be free. Just know. And don't make conclusion it's always there or it's not always there. Or just enjoy this and know, oh, lucky I am. And then after you are no more lucky, you are with your ghost, but you know it then. Do you know a life, anybody's life who is not like this? Of course, some are more or less, but that's a question of degrees. It doesn't count, you know. What do you live now? Relieved. Yeah? Relieved? Oh, lucky you are. Just know for certain that it is really pleasurable. And don't be greedy to want all the time to be in that. That's also a concept. That's all.
Ganga?
Yeah.
I see that I'm not busy anymore with the subject.
Yeah.
I have no reference. No.
Okay.
In the life, it's the same more or less. It's not. And that's it.
And that's yeah.
And that's it.
But you could tell it with a big smile. Yeah. Yeah, that's great. We don't say you are that, but that's it. A good one. But of course, we will repeat it and then it's a concept. You see, this reaction is because of such a long years of efforts of imagination. They leave you, so you can't help to, of course, express this way. But one day you will be very free also, not to always react the same. Yeah.
Ganga? Just deal with the same
A bit
subject.
louder because
What to do when the fear of making a mistake is stronger than the ability to say fact the fear?
you just look at it. You know what you describe, no? Are you what you describe?
Yeah.
You see, to be able to see what's going on is already a great tool. Huh? Yeah. Because then it loses its power.
Isn't this beingness also a ghost that we just like to be with or good to be with?
First of all, I say beingness is an indication. It's not it's an indication because there is no way to indicate what is there. Can you do something else? Can you ever possibly experience something else? Now convince me. So we do with whatever we have. Don't worry. We are born, we will die. In between, we do with whatever we have.
actually thought that there was something else than glimpses. You said before there's something else.
I also thought, but no, I don't think. Doesn't matter, you see, whatever can be lost, whatever can be given up, whatever goes without you asking to go, perfect. Which control you have? Which effort will be successful? We are losers, but I must say, because of that introduction of our birthright to experience beingness, knowing it's an indication because it's impossible to express whatever. What I want to
Because of the introduction.
Huh?
Because of the introduction.
Introduction?
Yeah.
Yeah. In the life, I forgot what I was to say, but I guess I mean it is enough. No, it's not that I wanted to say. I'm sorry. I get old probably. But enough. I have to make Zen sentences otherwise.
The description of a loser.
Maybe we are losers, but because of the introduction of that, I don't repeat it's too long, we are not depressed. We don't care to be losers. We don't care about whatever attainment because we don't believe in attainment anymore. Oh, what a freedom. Yes. Merci. We get drunk here.
This loser. I love it. It's fantastic.
Yeah, but don't start to be a loser. you're relieved, or you are still romantic about something else? Huh?
I heard it.
It's okay also to be a romantic, but then you know it. I'm a romantic. Oh,
And shouldn't we be losers after all, in the sense of losing everything?
yeah. It's not me who will say no, huh? Don't worry. Whatever you try to keep with a slight effort, you will lose it. And if you don't lose it during your lifetime, you lose it when you die. I mean, it's like that. So, for myself, I prefer then to lose it before. The relief is incomparable. And you hear me, you can do whatever you like, but when I say the relief, I don't say that I am all the time in the relief. The samsara is also part of my life. But the only fact to know moments of relief has a tremendous effect of dropping the search, so dropping the subject which was a pain in the ass, and dropping the tyranny of the truth with a big T, which was looking like a must, an obligation. All that, you see, disappears, and you are left with water. Yeah. Belonging to any lineage and all that, do as you like, but what a relief when it's not there. But you need guts. Or do as you like. Sure.
Ganga? Earlier on you said to me, you listen with the mind. Is there such a thing as a listening or a hearing without the mind?
No. But there are so many layers in the mind. So many layers. So if you say better to hear with the heart, it's another layer, maybe a layer which is more empty. It's a way to tell, try not to listen with your convictions. For a moment, just give up what you know. Good question.
Yeah. Thank you.
Guts to do what, Ganga?
Sorry?
Guts. You said you need guts.
Yeah.
To do what?
To do what? Not to belong to anything.
To disregard everything.
Yeah. I mean, guts or a very big fire of desire or whatever word, to not to be fooled anymore. You know? It's your birthright, you see. It's after all. Of course, generally speaking, we need help and all that, but the help in the end has to tell you, listen, now, don't hook here, don't, you see, be free.
So it comes down to a conviction in the end. It's
A conviction of what?
not to touch anything. So there's still the you.
If you still search, you need help. For help, you need trust that it fits what you demand. You may how you say? Yeah, whatever. So, like that. The same which told you not to do this or that or whatever, the same says in the end, so fuck it all, including me as a something. including all the lineage from where I came from, and so on. There, you there? There you. Because it's irreversible, huh? There you.
Yeah.
Good luck. But you see also, it's like when you need help, it's like a child or who grows and he needs help. A child cannot say, fuck you, mom, I have my own life. Isn't it?
Yeah, so I can't drop you. Yeah.
So okay, so you don't do exactly what I say. But it's okay, because if you need, you need, and one day you will hear, maybe even when I am not there, but you will remember I tell you this. It will make sense. Now it doesn't make really sense if you need. No, there is no problem about it. It's the way it works. Huh? I understand that very well, but you see, I would not feel comfortable if I don't tell you also what I really know. And it doesn't matter if it's heard not at the proper time, because it will work anyway at the proper time for you. You see? Because if nobody tells, then what? Yes, sir. You speak loud, huh?
Yeah. What I can say that I'm left with is the awareness of this mind that knows that I am. This mind rises with I, and I has the awareness of I am, has the awareness of plenty of other things, but fundamentally this I am is the only thing that I can count on, the only thing that is undeniable. I am. Yeah. Now, my mind is also aware that this I must rise from somewhere. So that somewhere cannot be reached by the mind, because it does not belong to the mind. Right? So that somewhere is just the unknowable.
Yeah.
And this unknowable, I'm at ease with the fact that this is who I truly am. And when I rises, I rises, does it all its number in the world?
And where do you place I am in that?
As the fundamental of all that comes after. Because it has to be based on, all that comes after has to be based on something. And this base is I am.
Yeah. So I is always there.
I is always there, together with the mind.
Yeah.
But it still has to rise from somewhere. It cannot exist just by itself.
Listen. We are born. We have to come from somewhere, isn't it?
Yes.
Have you access to that? In your life, what is a life? A birth, span of life, a death, okay? So, okay, you may say there must be something before or after which is the same, but have you access to that?
No.
So there is no access. So whatever you can live in your life is with I.
And at the same time, there is this I don't know how to describe it, but there is this intuition of this thing that there is the unknowable.
But look, that is very personal. You see, as we say in Belgium, tête vainquée, tête vainquée, means maybe yes, maybe not. But who cares? I can never, ever know. And here he can have his fantasies or not. That's all.
No, I don't fantasize on the unknowable. I don't describe it in any way except that unknowable.
Yeah. As you like.
But I am is undeniable.
Undeniable. Yes.
Yeah, that is
A great luck.
oof.
So, anything?
Just a reflection. I am is undeniable when you are waking up. When you sleep, there is nothing undeniable. There is, what can you say?
But that's how it came to me that I questioned the believe that there is a
Still a
realization
I mean,
beyond I.
is there any reference that stands when you sleep
Yeah.
and when you die?
So can I lose? I am.
When you sleep, you lose it all the time.
So you think I can lose that I am?
I never said so. But you can lose the belief that it's always there. Because it's not. When I am fact with the samsara, don't tell me that you are in I am. It's a lie to yourself. But when it goes, you may be again in I am. Why don't you see facts? And I tell you it makes a difference because then you are relieved from eternity, which is an idea. We can have experience of eternity, but it goes. And you have not to make an effort, which is absolutely impossible to achieve. Be all the time in I am, and in what not, and in the unborn, and all this stuff. Let's be free. You will need to give some homeopathic dose here and there. Something else. It's a joy to be together for this. I tell you, it's a joy for me also.
But in life, you can only experience I without something,
Yes.
I naked, or I plus something. Okay, this is the life.
Okay.
And no, and but it's just references, just beliefs. I mean, to think that you can experience I naked all the time, or I with something. Or it's just as a I, you can only experience I naked, which Ramana may be called I, and or I plus something. I single I plus something. That's it.
Yeah, that's what I
You go from one to the other all your life until you die.
You say it a bit louder. I like it. It was a bit louder.
You go from one to the other. That's it. You feel more peace when you are naked, and you feel less peace when you are with somebody. That's it. And you lie.
And strangely enough, it gives a feeling of freeing yourself. Isn't it also a gift? I mean, why to run after something which doesn't even give you that gift? After all. Anyway. Yeah.
When you say with the return, would it go or put it in a beam or in a plastic bag. For me, like that's understanding. Because it can be a prism or whatever, it's an idea, a concept, eternity, let go of it. Huh? Then I have still one big concept about God. And my question is, you would put it also in this plastic bag? This idea?
But God is in, the God is with the people, with his creatures, no?
But
He exists because of the creatures, no? Okay.
But it's still, there's still some...
Bad luck for you. Why still remove it and that's it. I mean, you don't need to put a bag here. Unless you like it, but that is the freedom of everyone. You keep whatever you like, but I just express and do that it's a luck in life to be freed from bags. So let's have a chai if it is not yet done. And food. Some food is there. Yeah.
Because for me, yes, when there's nothing, I just got emptiness, or when it's the full mind or sankara. But I think I still felt till now that even like when I'm in the mud or the fucking everything or whatever, I still feel like I'm always there, or there's always a peace.
Yeah, just after, yeah. When you have a moment. When you are in the mud, you are in the mud, my dear. Maybe just after you wake up and you have this feeling of something else. It's when you sleep.
Yeah.
When you sleep, which feeling you have?
Nothing.
Then, you see, something is permanent if it is permanent all the time. My experience is that we have 3 states. And in one state, there is nothing of this subject. Nothing. Okay?
Because like this.
No, but listen, if you are well with that, I don't impose anything.
Yeah.
If you are well with that, be with that. If one day you question it.
I guess I was questioning now because till now that was my truth somehow, that I felt whatever happened, there's something that is always there. I'm always
Yeah,
aware.
but this is the spiritual. Yeah.
Yeah, and when you spoke, I was like, is that actually true or is that a concept as well? Something was a bit like,
So you dig more into that and see by yourself and then tell me. Because you see, even if you look very happy with what you experience, you have no idea that still you are bound by something. That's what I say. You may not believe, but the relief not to keep any idea or cherished accomplishment or whatever, for me this is so-called a real liberation in a way, but not with a big L. It's just a liberation, you see.